Breast cancer surgery and radiation recovery is rarely as short as someone may think. For some, ongoing tightness has become the new normal, with changes to the body leaving someone feeling really frustrated and wondering what to do to help. My name is Kelly. I am a certified oncology and lymphedema physical therapist. And in this video, I'm sharing some of my go-to gentle exercises that someone can do ongoing months to years after breast cancer surgery and radiation to help ease ongoing tightness, stiffness, and pain, and help build back strength and mobility so that they can focus on what's most important in life to them. These exercises can be done only if someone is cleared by their doctor first for safety, because everyone has a different surgery and recovery experience. This video is part of a series, so be sure to subscribe for more breast cancer recovery tips and exercises, or check out my playlist for different stages in recovery. But otherwise, let's get started. So we're going to go through 3 stretching exercises that focus on decreasing ongoing tightness and pain. And then we're going to go through 3 strength exercises to help increase muscle strength, to help with posture, pain, and getting back to daily routines. All exercises should remain mild without significant pain or strain. These exercises can be done daily, again, if someone is cleared to do so. So for these exercises in this video, you're going to need a couple pieces of equipment. You'll need a set of dumbbells, I'd say medium, light to start. You can work up to heavy, that is fine. And then if you have one, a yoga ball is great. I will link some of these options down below. But if you don't have those, you can use multiple pillows. I'll show you what the exercise is, and you can see what you have as well around the house. So first we're going to start with the stretches. We're going to start with a child's pose. This is a great one just to do long term. When we're thinking about breast cancer surgery or breast surgery or radiation, the muscles that get affected the most are the ones across the chest and also the ones on the side of the body. So we want to make sure that we're stretching both of those, and child's pose works that side of the body and into those lat muscles. So a couple ways to do this. We can either start from both hands and sit back into that stretch, or we can start upright and slide out. So I'm going to just show the way of sliding out, but find what feels better for you. So we're going to think about sitting nice and tall, feet going, or knees going wide, and then just gently reaching out until you feel that stretch really on the side or underneath in that lat position. And then you're going to hold that, taking a nice big deep breath in. Feel your rib cage expand in that breath. And then let your breath out and sink further into the stretch. Good. And when you start and you're new to this, you may only want to hold for 3 to 5 seconds, come on out of it and do that a couple times. And as you get more comfortable, you can hold for longer, 20, 30 seconds, maybe even a minute or 2. Especially if someone's had radiation, the longer we hold a stretch in a comfortable position, mildly, the better, because of how the muscles may have changed over time. And so again, you're out, reaching out, breath in, feel the rib cage expand, and out. Good. And then holding that as needed. So again, those are muscles that are really important to focus on and think about long-term after surgery or radiation. The second stretch that I definitely would do long-term, and this is really good for anyone, especially if they have a desk job or sitting on their phones or reading books a lot during the day, is to do that pec stretch, which we've done a couple times earlier in the series. But we all really need this with our posture. So laying on your side, you're going to stretch the side that's on top. Okay, use a pillow or your arm for comfort. I'm going to start, I prefer the bent elbow. I think it feels better for me, but you're also welcome to this with the straight arm. From here, you're going to think about opening up. Think about pointing the elbow towards the wall behind you, letting that upper body rotate with you, leaving your lower body where it's at. Take a nice big deep breath in, really feel the rib cage expand. And as you let your breath go, sink further into that stretch. Good, hold for 3 to 5 seconds. And then gently come out of it and repeat. So open up till you feel a mild to moderate stretch. Take a nice big deep breath into that tension. And release and drop further into the stretch. Hold for a few more seconds, and then come out of that. And you would repeat that 3 to 5 times. And then the third stretch that I like is more of a mobility for your shoulder itself. And so you're in that same position, you're working the arm that's on top. We're going to be doing large circles, or kind of around the world, as we say. So your elbow is going to be straight this time, and you're going to reach out in front of you. And I like to add an extra reach. I'm actually really reaching. I'm not just laying back, but reach. And then what you're going to do is trying to keep your hand on the ground the whole time. It may not be perfect. That's okay. You go with what feels comfortable, but you're keeping your elbow straight, and you can mobilize or move with your upper body is to rotate through and around with that arm. And it's okay that the elbow bends. And again, you will have to rotate your hand. Palm up and around, that's okay. You're rotating around. So as you get tight in the back, it might come up a little bit. Your goal is to keep that as low as you can and relaxed as you can. So you're doing 3 to 5 in one direction, and then I like to reverse it and do the same thing in the other direction. Keep it comfortable, keep it slow, and keep it gentle, but you're doing 3 to 5, switch, and 3 to 5, and then relax. With the stretches, I like to do them on both sides, no matter if someone had surgery only and radiation only on one side versus the other. And my reason for that is because it's our posturally, and just as humans, we need it, but also it's nice to feel like you know where you're at as far as feeling balanced. So how tight are you on one side compared to the other? What does one feel like versus the other? And how can you work to getting those as balanced as possible? So ideally, you're doing all of these stretches on both sides. So moving on to strength, I'm going to have light to medium dumbbells. You can start with no weight or 1 pound and then gradually build up from there. We're going to be doing a bent over fly. So we've done bent over rows in other parts of this series, and you can definitely continue with those. But a progression to be able to go to long term are of a fly position. So it's just really that the elbow is going to be straight rather than bent. So if you are still hinging at your hip, thinking about how far over can you go that your back and your trunk are parallel to the ground, or whatever is comfortable. Your arms are going to be straight down. Instead of rowing, which you can still modify to, pinching your shoulder blades, you'll have straighter elbows, and you're open up to the sides and come back down. So pinch and control down. Pinch and control down. You're still working on your shoulder blades, pinching, but this is going to be a longer lever, which is more challenging for the back muscles. Again, if that's uncomfortable in any way, going back to a bent over row is a great alternative that someone can continue long term, or they can modify and have more of a bent elbow as they do that fly position if they're looking for something in between, but doing that 8 to 10 times. So for the second strength exercise, we're going to be working on the pec muscles. So we've done in other videos, like a wall push-up is a great another option that works the same muscles, or we can do a chest press. So I have 5-pound weights here. I would start with 1-pound weights, 2-pound weights max, and then each week, maybe you gradually build up to whatever you feel comfortable with. From there, we're going to be on our backs. If you have a bench, you can lay on that as well. Having our knees bent up for comfort. Okay, from there, let's start with our elbows closer to our sides, not pinned in, but maybe 45 degrees. Over time, if you want to bring them out more towards 90 degrees, you absolutely can. But you want to make sure that you start a little bit lower just for comfort, because it is more straining if you have had surgery or radiation in the chest, okay? From here, what we're going to do is we're going to press up towards the ceiling and then gently come back down. Press up towards the ceiling and come back down. So I'm thinking about going up with 1 second and coming down 2 or 3 seconds. That helps us keep control, and you actually get more strength gains and benefit from coming down slow. So going up and down 8 to 10 times. These are muscles that we want to activate and strengthen, but they are going to feel more tight for a lot of individuals. So that's why it's important to start light in weight and then gradually building up. And the last exercise I like to do long term is using the yoga ball. Again, someone you can use pillows, or they can just do something bent over. What we want to do is I start without weight. There's really no need to add weight because it's more challenging when you're doing this over the ball. But because of a lot of people have had surgery and are more uncomfortable in their chest, we want to lay more on our abdomens, our bellies, or even to our hip areas, as long as that is comfortable for someone and they are able to. From there, we're going to do 3 different movements, and you can choose one of them, or you can alternate and do all 3. They go in order from easy to hard, and I'll walk you through that. But again, if you just want to start with one of them, absolutely, but you can try to progress over time. So what we're going to do is going to lay on the ball. Again, I'm more on my abdomen and more on my hips, not necessarily on the chest for comfort. You can either keep your knees down or you can lift them up, but try to have your feet wider, more for balance. From there, you're going to make sure that you look right in front of you. I don't want you arching looking up, but you also don't want to be slumped over the ball either. So just looking right in front of you. The first position more is a W position, so my elbows are bent. And from there, you're going to be doing pinching your shoulder blades up together and coming back down. We've done this once before. It's just a really great way to isolate those muscles that are helping with posture to help offset the tightness that comes from the front from surgery radiation. So W, you could do that 8 to 10 times. The next progression are T, so my arms are going to be straight out to the sides, pinching up, coming down, pinching up, coming down, doing that 8 to 10 times. And then the last progression is doing Y, so elbow straight, but going overhead, up and down. And this one's a lot more challenging. You'll have less range of motion, so it's going to be a lot harder for people. And so that could be the last progression. So you either can do, again, one of those at a time and working up, or you can just alternate. You can do one W into a T into a Y. And you just go back and forth between the 3. And I would do that cycling through about 3 to 4 times. And that's today's exercise routine in our breast cancer recovery series. For other workouts for breast or cancer rehab, please check out my playlist on my channel and subscribe for new routines. I hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you all in the next video. Thanks, everyone.